You have been sold a complete fabrication. The internet is absolutely flooded with screenshots of six-figure revenue months. But let's be clear, revenue is merely vanity.
Profit is sanity. And more importantly, profit divided by the actual hours you worked, minus taxes, fees, and setup time, is reality. We call this the true net hourly wage, and it is the only metric that actually matters when choosing a side hustle. If you ignore this number, you are flying blind. Today, on Comparison Math, we are stripping away the hype. We are taking the three most popular business models, dropshipping, content creation, and service arbitrage, and we are running the hard numbers.
We aren't just looking at potential income. We are looking at startup costs, hidden platform fees, self-employment taxes, and the invisible unpaid labor that kills your hourly rate. By the end of this 10-minute breakdown, you will know exactly which of these models creates actual liquid wealth and which one is just a minimum wage job disguised as entrepreneurship. Let's do the math. To make this a fair fight, we need to establish our baseline variables. Most people calculate their earnings by taking their sales and simply subtracting the cost of goods. That is gross profit. It is useful for the IRS, but it is totally useless for your actual life. To find your true net hourly wage, we have to factor in the silent killer, time investment. If you make $1,000 in profit, but it took you 200 hours of stress, customer support, and technical troubleshooting to get there, you made $5 an hour. Let's look at dropshipping. This is the poster child of passive income, but the math tells a very different, very aggressive story. The pitch is simple. You set up a store, list products you don't own, and when someone buys, a supplier ships it. It sounds frictionless, but the friction is hidden in the finances. You are looking at between $200 and $2,500 in startup capital. First, you have your platform fees, like Shopify, at roughly $39 a month. You need a custom domain for $15 a year. To get those high conversion rates, you need upsell apps, email marketing tools, and review plugins. That is another $10 to $100 leaving your account every single month. But the real wallet drainer is initial ad spend. You cannot sell what people cannot see. Most beginners burn through $300 to $900 in testing Facebook or TikTok ads. You are essentially gambling on data. You have to pay to find the winning product. Now, let's talk margins. Realistic profit margins average roughly 10 to 30%. If you sell a product for $50, the supplier charges you $20. Shipping is $5. Transaction fees take another $1.50, and your cost per customer acquisition via ads is roughly $15. You are left with roughly $8 to $10. In the first few months, your true net hourly wage is often negative. You are literally paying to work. Once you stabilize, if you are working 4 hours a day to maintain the store and netting $2,000 a month, your hourly wage is roughly $16. One algorithm change or one ad account ban, and that wage drops to zero instantly. Now, let's pivot to content creation. The financial structure here is the exact opposite of dropshipping. It requires almost no money, but it demands everything else you have. Startup costs are incredibly low. You can start with $0 to $1,000, but the cost is time equity. Let's calculate your hourly wage inside the traction gap. It's not just filming time, it's scripting time, thumbnail design time, editing time, and SEO optimization. Once you break through, the margins are absurdly high, typically 50 to 70%. Your costs don't scale with your views. If you earn $5,000 a month and work 10 hours a week, your true net hourly wage rockets to $125 an hour. Finally, we have service arbitrage. You sell a service and then outsource the actual work to a freelancer for a lower price. You are the middleman. Startup costs here are the lowest of the three. You don't need inventory, you don't need a camera, and you don't need ad spend. Your time investment here is split between client outreach and project management. This is where scope creep kills you. Research suggests the blended hourly rate starts closer to $10 to $25 an hour. Unlike content creation, this pays immediately. But if you stop selling, the money stops.
So let's finalize the comparison matrix. Dropshipping is the high-risk volume play. Content creation is the exponential play. Service arbitrage is the immediate cash play. Which one wins depends on your resources and your patience.
If you have $0 and need rent money, choose Service Arbitrage. If you have $2,000 and want to scale fast, choose Dropshipping. If you want to build true wealth over 5 years, choose Content Creation. Stop looking at revenue. Start counting your hours. Subscribe for more math.